On Tuesday, Senate Parliamentarian Elizabeth MacDonough received a proposal from Senate Democrats to move the registry date from 1972 to 2010, essentially giving a green card to anyone who entered the country before then. On Wednesday, she rejected that proposal. After MacDonough shut down the previous pathway to citizenship, it was the hope of Senate Democrats that changing the registry date in the Immigration and Nationality Act would be accepted because it used an existing law and did not create any new policy. It appears that this did not factor into the parliamentarian's reasoning because she is quoted saying, "This registry proposal is also one in which those persons who are not currently eligible to adjust status under the law would become eligible, which is a weighty policy change, and our analysis of this issue is thus largely the same as the legal permanent resident proposal. The change in status remains a lifelong change in circumstances, the value of which vastly outweighs its budgetary impact." MacDonough seemed to be rejecting any immigration provisions that could give undocumented immigrants legal status no matter how they are implemented. Instead, focusing on the fact that it is difficult to quantify the long-term financial value of getting a green card. Stay tuned because I'll explain what Senate Democrats are planning next. Also, even though this is not good news, please be sure to hit the like button so that other people can get the chance to see this video. So what is the registry proposal submitted by Democrats on Tuesday? As we discussed in my previous video, adjusting the registry date in the Immigration and Nationality Act was Plan B after the Senate parliamentarian rejected the original pathway to citizenship. It was the second option and not the first because it would provide LPR status to millions fewer undocumented individuals than Plan A would. It was estimated that adjusting the date to 2010 would enable 6.2 million immigrants to apply for a green card, which is about 51% of the undocumented population. For those who don't know, the registry was established in 1929 as a way to help those who had been in the United States for more than 15 years but still were not citizens. The registry cutoff date was updated multiple times over the past century, most recently in 1986 with a cutoff in 1972. Sadly, that adjustment was the last time that Congress passed major immigration reform. Despite multiple attempts, no significant immigration legislation has made its way onto the president's desk since then. So what's next? At this point, we have limited and conflicting information. Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Dick Durbin said he was disappointed in the rulings and that it left him with limited options. He did not elaborate on what they were planning next, but did imply that he still intended to move forward. Other members of Congress showed more determination, with Senator Robert Menendez asserting that they will go forward with Plan C, and White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki commenting that Democratic members of Congress are committed to getting immigration reform done. A source familiar with the Democrats' strategy said that they were already pursuing backup plans, including granting undocumented individuals parole for 10 years. I mentioned this option on my previous video, and I explained that it was better suited to presidential executive order than the budget reconciliation process. Essentially, it would still designate all Dreamers, TPS holders, farm workers, and essential workers as being in the country legally, preventing them from being deported. It would also allow those who are otherwise eligible for a green card through a U.S. citizen or child or sibling to get one. This is just speculation, though, and until we get word about what Senate Democrats and President Biden are planning, we won't know any of the details for sure. Providing a pathway to citizenship for undocumented individuals is not the only immigration provision that might be included in the budget reconciliation bill. The House version of the bill includes a reclamation of more than 200,000 unused green cards and U.S. visa cap exemptions to fix the visa backlog. If you haven't yet seen that video, I'll put the link here so that you can view it next. I'll also continue releasing updates with important immigration news as it becomes available. So if you have not already done so, please subscribe. Click this link to watch this video and I'll see you there.